What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video, sadly enough, boys, the race bikes are retired for the year. The season has come to an end. It is December here in South Carolina. It's actually December everywhere in the world, but the race season has come to an end. We just had our last race. We just dropped the video for that. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. Take a look at the last race of the year. See how the last pass of the year ended. A little on the frustrating side, but hey, that's the way drag racing goes. But in today's video, we got the 2022 R1 project back again. We're gonna take some more weight off this thing. We're gonna make some more changes to make it even faster. Then we're gonna go out and see how fast this thing goes from 60 to 130 mile an hour on the streets of Mexico. Stay with us, guys. Here we go. All right, guys, front brake rotor is off. Look at how much cleaner and better that looks. You can now see that high dollar carbon fiber wheel makes it look way, way better. Also, take a look at the DME fender lowering bracket. See how the front fender fits the front tire now? That did the trick, getting it down the way we need it. We're gonna take a quick break from the R1. We're gonna go outside. We have got I guess you would say a special bike on the dyno right now. We are gonna be just dyno testing a new Ducati V4. We don't do any dyno tuning on Ducatis. This is a repeat offender, is customer of ours. We've dynoed quite a few bikes for him, tuned a few bikes for him in the past. We're gonna see how this duck does on the dyno to compare it to our, I guess you say, numbers. We've dynoed all kind of stuff on the channel. Every dyno reads different is what I'm getting at. So we're gonna see how this Ducati V4 stacks up to the Suzuki, stacks up to the R1, stacks up to all the other bikes. My R1 that you just saw in there made 191 horsepower with just the exhaust and tune. This Ducati has got a GP exhaust. Sounds super, super good. It's a full system. We're gonna see how this thing does compared to the R1. All right, guys, here we go with the Ducati. This thing is crazy loud. Hold your ears, headphone users. You're gonna enjoy this. Ducati off the dyno, it made 200 horsepower. Super, super strong. This thing has a MGP exhaust system. He said some of the exhaust systems go for almost $9,000 on this bike. This bike, the exhaust on this bike was only around 1,600 bucks. So somehow or another that's considered a bargain exhaust for a Ducati. Anyways, 200 horsepower. Now they've got a 2016, 18, I'll find out for sure here in just a second, BMW S1000 RR. It's got a Brentune package on it. We're gonna see what kind of power that makes. Remember, my R1 made 191 horsepower. This Ducati just made 200 horsepower. Pretty much the same mods. So, pretty strong bike. Let's see how the BMW does. Just finished up the bikes on the dyno. This, I did confirm, 2015 BMW S1000 RR. Finished up with 184 horsepower, the Ducati 200 horsepower. So overall, two super strong bikes. They say that on the street, the BMW feels a lot stronger than 184 horsepower. They say that they feel very similar. Both of them are wheelie monsters, but they said the Ducati runs away with the race every time. True. They say it's a rider advantage too. I don't know, I don't got nothing to do with that. Anyways, we got to get back to work on the R1, guys. New R1 in the shop everywhere. That's another one we just installed a Spark exhaust on. We're about to get that one on the dyno soon. The ball is still rolling on the R1 project. We are about to bleed up the brakes now. You can see we have removed the ABS module. Flash Tune, FT ECU, they make a ABS delete module. Basically it just plugs in, deletes this. This is the ABS pump. The ABS pump on this bike is pretty lightweight. I would say this is definitely under 2 pounds, probably 1.5 pounds. But these are all the factory brake lines and stuff that we got rid of. We went with just one basic 26-inch brake line to delete the ABS. That works for a lowered bike. If you have a bike stock height, you're gonna need probably a 28-inch line. And then you can see we have deleted the right side front rotor and caliper. We just sent for some different bolts so we can bolt the strap bracket on. We're gonna have this front end lowered and compressed here in just a minute. This thing is gonna absolutely fly once we get that front end lowered down, so we can really hammer on the bike in first gear and it not wheelie. We're tired of using wheelie control. We're gonna get all the power out of this thing we can by making our chassis work, not by reducing horsepower. Here we go, boys. We are all suited up, ready to test this puppy out.
I can't wait. I think the thing is gonna do really good. Turn the traction control off. We already let the bike warm up good. We're gonna take it right here and do a little old smoky. Break in our new Dunlop tire. This is the first time really riding it with the new tire. We gotta do a little extra burnout. Alright, that should be sufficient. Now let's turn the traction control back on. So we got our lift control back. There we go. Should be ready to roll. It is super cold. But it's supposed to rain like the next 2 days. So we got to get this content for you guys. Wow. This thing, the handling, pretty sick. I'm going to bump the strap a little tighter if we can. Oh yeah, she low now. Slammed. I'll show you guys what it looks like off the bike here in just a second again. The front end is super low. We just got it a good bit lower than what we had it a few minutes ago on the scales. Oh yeah. Woo! Boy, it's chilly willy out here. I'm gonna guess it's like 40 degrees. Real nice and chilly. Oh, she gonna shake and bake though, boys. We go to hammer in on this 60 to 130. As soon as we cross the border here, don't see no federales, we're gonna let her rip. The bike handles so much different. Like, you just look one direction and it goes that way. With these BST wheels, it feels sick. And it rolls so much better. Like, you can just, when you pull the clutch in and are coasting, you can feel a gigantic difference. You got to think, this is our first time we've ridden this bike since the 520 chain conversion, since the BST wheels, since the ceramic bearings. We've done a lot. Woo! It's cold. We should have did some stuff to heat it up. Oh! We don't really have proper gear on. I never knew Mexico to be so cold. Alright, second gear. Zero wheelie. Woo boy. It is chilly willy. We gotta get a little bit of heat in our tire, the front tire specifically. A little bit of blast. We'll hit first gear, second gear roll. Zero wheelie. Oh yeah. This thing is about to go somewhere today, boys. She's about to go. Go ahead and get situated. We just crossed the border over into Mexico. Down to first gear. 40 miles an hour. Here we go. There we go. That was a pretty good pull. I botched the shifting though. Messed up on that just a little bit. Woo, listen to this thing pops and cracks, talking to us. Let's go ahead and spin her right around and get ready to whack her again. Looks like the coast is clear. Not a lot of traffic in Mexico this morning. That's good. Now that we know, we can really, I think we can really ride this thing hard. Let's top this hill, make sure there's no federales. We ready. Woo! That's pretty strong, boys. You see me, I was having to ride this thing. I swear I think it's faster if we short shift just a little bit. Let's turn around, buzzer one more time. Yeah, I think if we short shift the 1-2 shift, it's definitely faster. When we rev first gear out, the thing wants to wheelie more, and I can feel the whatchamacallit, wheelie control kicking in way harder, and I think that's definitely slowing us down. I'm gonna let a couple of these people roll on by. They be trying to slow us down. We just trying to test and tune our motorcycle. Alright, let's see what we got this time. See what we got, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Way better. Gotta short shift that 1-2 shift. So I'm going to go in the ECU and I'm going to pull some more power out. I'm going to put it in power 2 setting and I'm going to pull power out of that power in first gear on power 2. And I think that's going to really be able to get us to where we can lock that throttle. Looks like about 10,000 is where the thing wants to start coming up at. So I'll get the thing to where we can nail it in first. It'll make peak power to about 10 or 11. And I'm going to modify the tables just a little bit to where the thing won't wheelie quite as bad. The wheelie control won't have to work. Damn it, there's a car. Come on, baby, stay out there. I don't trust them, guys. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Let's pull over in here in this parking lot and make sure our draggy is working properly. It's cold. I'm having fun. All right, let's see what we got on the draggy. If you guys don't know about the draggies, we'll talk about those here in just a second. 60 to 130, 393, 393, 393. 3 of them back to back to back. We were 435 the last time. So 393, that's pretty solid for still a stock R1. Because, I mean, we got wheels, we got sprockets, I mean, we got a few things, but power adder wise, is that a Federale? He probably smelled some bacon up there. That's why he's still riding. Alright. Anyways, like I said, as far as power, added horsepower, all we have is exhaust, air filter, and a tune. Pretty solid. Alright. I think we're clear this time. Hopefully, no more cars pulling out. Let's see what we got. So there's bumps in the road right there. That's why the thing wheelies more. I figured out every time we do it going this direction, the bike wheelies more. And that's because I'm hitting them little bumps and it floats the front end. So it wheelies in second and third. Is that the Federale up there? Waiting on us? We'll duck in behind this car here. See what he talking about. Woo! You gotta keep my shirt pulled down. It's cold out here, boys. Anyways, so the draggy is a timing device that measures 0 to 60, 60 to 130, 1/8 mile, quarter mile, all kind of stuff like that. 60 foot. And that thing is super, super handy to do stuff like this. You can test and tune your bike and see what's actually gaining horsepower. A lot of you guys email me, ask me, call me, all kind of stuff. What can I do to add more power, add more power, add more power? You don't always need to add more power. There's things you can do to improve the chassis and the rideability to make the thing faster. That makes more of a difference than adding horsepower. I could take a 160 horsepower bike and wear somebody out. Basically, say this R1, for instance, 190 horsepower. If I took a 160 horsepower bike that was stretched just a little bit and this R1 was stock height, not stretched, literally that 165 horsepower bike will outrun this thing. Now, maybe the R1, the higher horsepower, catches back up, 5th and 6th gear, but from the hit, boom, 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 you done got wore out by that little 160 horsepower bike. Hit them with the old pops and cracks. Woo! Sounds so good. Alright, we're about to pull back into the United States of America. And I'm gonna show you what this thing looks like slammed down on the ground. We're gonna review the draggy times one more time, see if we went any faster. I don't think that last pull was faster due to the fact of the wheelies. I think them wheelies going over the little bumps definitely mess us up. I don't know though, we'll see. And then I'm eventually gonna get this thing out and test it 0 to 60 and all that stuff for you guys too. I just got to get to a little bit better location right there in that little section of Mexico. If I stop, do a burnout, all that stuff, they will call the federales on us, boys. They've done it before. So anyways, we'll be back in just a second.
And we finally made it safely back to the country. Take a look at how this R1 looks since it's slammed. It looks so mean. This thing looks so good. I wish we had more sunlight to be able to show you. I don't know. I don't feel like this thing is getting its justice in the video. The carbon fiber doesn't show up that good. We need some good sunlight on this thing. Looks super good. What do you guys think about the silver swing arm with the rest of the bike? I personally think it looks stupid. I wish it had a black swing arm on it. Of course, it will have a black swing arm on it once we extend it, but overall, this thing looks so sexy. 392 is what the draggy said. It said it was unverified the last time. I don't know why. So we did go 393. Let's pull it out and look at it, and then we'll talk more about the draggy, what this thing is, what it does. So for those of you who haven't seen it before in our last videos, this is it. That's the draggy. That's all there is to it. So we'll go to this right here, 3.93, and it took 570 feet. We were going 1.91% uphill. So if we go back to one of our old ones, I think we were at like 506 when we first got it. The first day, 730 feet, 5.06 seconds, going 0.8% downhill. Then we did the initial lowering where we got it a little lower, 4.35, 626 feet. Since we've done the lower and tie down strap, we're down to 570 feet, 3.93 seconds, guys. That is a big difference. That draggy you can get for around 150 bucks. Use the code MOREMAFIA10, get yourself 10% off on one of those. I got the link in the description below. Go check that out. Go support draggy and get one of these things because they are super fun. Well, it's chilly willy out here, boys. I got to go. Time to get back inside to the heat. Be sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Smash that like button. Coming soon, we're taking this thing back to South Mexico. We're gonna try to go 200 miles per hour on the stock R1. Top speed, see if we can break the 200 mile per hour marker on the GPS. Let's see how she does, boys. Thanks for watching. Check us out, moremafia.com. Get yourself some merch. You can't see it, but we got the new First in the Fives hoodies. There's a few left for Christmas time. Get them while they're hot. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.